Adam Collette is with us today. We're not filming an episode of the Atlas Life.
It's been a while.
Of Atlas All Access, I guess. This is actually an episode of the Atlas Life.
Yep.
You brought us Keith McCarty.
Yes.
Tell me about Keith.
Yeah, so Keith's been working with us almost 2 years now. He was a referral from, I think, Kim Richter in the Cincinnati area. She's brought me quite a few great travelers from that area. Man, Keith and I just hit it off from the beginning. Him and I have a huge passion for golf. He plays a lot of golf with his dad, who's a retired vet, and once or twice a week I get a picture from him in the morning of them teeing off and rubbing it in that he's playing and I'm not. Man, I hope sometime in the next couple years as he continues to travel that I'll be able to play a couple rounds with him. We just haven't been able to make it work yet, but and even if he's not working with me, just such a great guy, a true traveler, has done a couple assignments of not the sexiest locations, but he always goes and just rocks it, just absolutely rocks it, and just a great guy.
So what's next for Keith then? Like, what do you think where do you see him going next?
I think he's spent about 6 months in New Mexico last winter on there, and I believe at some point in time he'll probably go back there. If the same managers were there again, I would think he might consider going back there if we can. But if not, I'm not sure. Maybe like the Southeast, South Carolina, North Carolina, something like that. But we shall see.
I'll ask him.
Okay.
So, all right. Well, Adam, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
Keith, welcome to the Atlas Life. Okay, med-surg Tele nurse Keith McCarty is with us today. Keith, you have the blessing and curse of having Mr. Adam Collette as your recruiter. Tell me about that guy.
I like Adam. He sent me an email out of the blue one day when I was actually in between jobs, and I sort of held on to it. And then when I was looking to make a change, I still had Adam's email, and I reached out to him, and he started me on the process, and within 2 weeks I had an assignment.
And that's been, what, 2 years now?
Yeah, 2 years now.
Excellent, excellent. And you worked with one of Adam's best nurses of all time, Kim Richter. Is that right?
That is correct. And I also worked with a friend of Kim Richter's at the VA, an Eva Ivanova, that Adam is also friends with. And she did some traveling. Last I heard, she's down in Austin, Texas now.
Oh, very good. Awesome. So where are you at right now?
I am in Cincinnati. I'm currently on contract to Dayton's Miami Valley Hospital.
And did you just start that one? Because I think I've been
there about 3 weeks. Previously, I was at Good Sam Hospital in Dayton.
Oh, okay. And
I
then
worked heart and vascular at Good Sam, and now I'm working the surgical unit at Miami Valley.
Gotcha. So you sent us a bunch of Gold Star chili.
Yeah, that's correct. I was on assignment actually in Albuquerque when you guys came out and got a bunch of the Hatch green chilies. So I said, well, when I get home, I'll just send them some of the local Gold Star chili. Yep. I didn't know that y'all had done Skyline as the first ever Atlas Eats. I just said, I'd send you some chili.
You know what? I don't know. And I haven't eaten both now. My brother is married to a Cincinnati native who went to University of Cincinnati, and he's a Skyline guy all the way. I gave him some of the Gold Star. I gave him 1 can of your Gold Star, and he's like, nope, it's all. But then if you watch the Gold Star episode, I loved that stuff.
Right, and I think it was Chris. He still likes the Skyline.
Exactly.
Yeah, and let Chris know it's not cumin he's tasting in there. It's cinnamon. Cinnamon. Gold Star uses cinnamon in their recipe.
Okay. I liked it more, Keith. I don't know what it was, but on the hot dog, those conies with the cheese on it.
Yeah.
That's a ballpark burger right there. Ballpark. Dog.
Oh yeah. And both Skyline and Gold Star do have booths at Great American Ballpark, so you can watch the Reds, have chili, and drink a cold beer.
I'm going there. I'm going to do it. I knew you'd have the answer for that. So.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. I'm going. That's it. Probably next year. That's one of my ballparks I want to hit next year.
Yeah. It's a really good ballpark.
It looks nice. It looks beautiful. So,
Oh, yeah.
Okay, tell me about what you did before this. So you haven't always been a nurse. You've got a little bit, some military experience.
That's right. Right out of high school, I went and joined the Navy into the electronics technician and then into the nuclear propulsion program.
Okay.
Made it all the way through nuclear power school, the coursework, and then I fell down a flight of stairs, and that was it for my Navy career. Blew out my knee.
Oh.
But I finished up a 4-year hitch and got out and, bummed around, did some retail work, did some mechanicking work, and then started working for the VA.
Mm-hmm.
And a very good group of nice people there said, you know something, you've got some brains on you, get your butt back to school. So I went back to school, and they encouraged me to get into healthcare, and I wound up picking up my bachelor's degree in nursing. Actually through University of Cincinnati.
There we go. Awesome. And that's been how long now? How many years?
Well, I actually picked up 2 degrees on the way. In 2008, I graduated with a bachelor's in psychology from Texas A&M.
Okay.
And in 2012, I graduated with a bachelor's degree in nursing from the University of Cincinnati. So, yeah, I come to it rather late, but I'm enjoying it, and I really like doing what I do.
It's one of those things like you just don't know when you're younger, right? And then it comes around and you find that calling.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, interesting. So what made you start traveling in the first place then? After, you got started in nursing, what brought you to this?
Well, I grew up as a Army brat, so we traveled all the time, between different bases, both stateside and in Europe. So I was used to traveling. And then my friend Eva, I didn't know she had started the traveling gig, but I reached out to her, and she said, yeah, I'm having fun traveling. The money's really good, and I see something new all the time, and you don't have to put up with the various politics and little gatherings and cliques at each individual hospitals.
Yep.
I said, you know what? That sounds good. And then I reached out to Adam, and here we are.
And there you go. 2 years later, there you go.
Still having a ball.
So tell me, give me the best part and give me the worst part about travel nursing then.
Well, the best part is not having to put up with all the hospital politics. Mm-hmm. And every nurse knows there are politics no matter where you go. If you're a floor nurse, doesn't matter whether you're working the telemetry unit, the surgical unit, or ICU. There's politics everywhere.
Yep.
So you get to avoid all that mess. That's really, really nice. One of the bad thing is, of course, unless you're constantly extending and, making it a 6-month assignment or a 9-month assignment, you have to learn new system every 3 months, which, in my case, I really don't mind. I'm quick to pick up computer systems. I built my first one at 13. That was a very long time ago.
Yeah.
But, and learning new people and learning the new hospital policies. But once you do that 3 times, they're basically all the same because everybody follows the Joint Commission rules.
Yep.
It's all the same. Just learn new phone numbers and who do you call in the middle of the night to figure something out.
Exactly. Yeah. So I would think that would probably want to be one of the more difficult parts is learning, unless you have that, you have a computer background, you understand that kind of thing. If, some nurses that don't have that could be difficult. That could be really tough.
Yeah, it is. And, especially when the folks have been on one computer system for a while and they make a changeover.
Yep.
And everybody struggles if you've never been experienced to that computer system.
Yeah, exactly. So, it seems like, there's 4 or 5 pretty basic ones right now, or, that everybody uses. And
yeah.
Yeah.
Epic, Cerner, unfortunately, Meditech is still out there. Yeah. But, out of those 3 or 4, all the companies stick with them, and once you've got them down, you're set.
Yeah, exactly. So give me, over the past 2 years, your absolute best experience as a travel nurse. Like if one thing sticks in your head.
Working in Santa Fe at Christus St. Vincent's, because we had been stationed 2 or 3 times in Albuquerque when my dad was in the service. I've got family that lives in Albuquerque. I actually graduated high school from out in a small town called Theroux, New Mexico, which is 100 miles west of Albuquerque, in between Gallup and Grants.
Okay.
So I graduated high school from out there. So I've got all kinds of high school friends that still live there. There's still some of my dad's Army buddies that are in the area. So while I was there in Santa Fe, Christus, St. Vincent, I just went and looked up all my old friends that I hadn't seen in 20 years. That was the best assignment I've had so far.
That's awesome.
It took me home.
I don't know if you know this or not, but so Steve Ryan, who president of Atlas, was stationed in Albuquerque when he was in the Navy as well.
Okay.
So I think it was Albuquerque. Is that? Yeah, I think that's where it was. So that's where he met his wife. His wife was going to school there, who's from Omaha originally. All our family's here, and that's how he ended up back here. She talked into moving back. So same thing. He was an Army brat too. Moved around all the time with his folks, and then he went into the Navy out of high school. Yeah, and same sort of thing. So
yeah,
interesting.
Yeah, but I love that Western country out there like that.
So we actually got some of those hatch chilies to grow here in Omaha. We'll see how they taste. I mean, they're probably about yay long now, but
the good ones get about twice that long.
Oh yeah, the good ones are like that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they're
big gems.
Yeah, they're big.
Oh yeah.
We'll see. We're gonna let them go. See if I don't know if our climate's really that great for them, but we'll see.
Can never tell.
Yeah. So last question, what's next?
I want to try to go back to either Santa Fe or Albuquerque this fall.
Okay.
I like staying in the warm climate during the winter. And Albuquerque's temperature actually runs anywhere from 55 to 65 from October through February. So let's get out, play golf, and still stay warm.
Yep.
If I can't go there, I'll go to Phoenix or I'll go back down to Louisiana.
Some in the Southwest there would be. That's when those jobs pick up, right? I mean.
Yep.
So I have a feeling you're not going to have any problem getting back down here at all.
Yeah, I even saw job postings for Slidell, Louisiana the other day on the site.
Yep. Yeah. Louisiana's kind of picked up lately, which is interesting. It was, a few years back, there wasn't much of anything down there, and now it's really started to pick up.
Yeah. Part of that probably was because University Hospital hadn't reopened yet. The VA hadn't reopened yet. So that was kind of stagnant because you had all those extra nurses. Now they've reopened all those. Now you got the openings again.
That makes a lot of sense. So, All right, Keith, thank you so much. I really appreciate you being with us today and putting up with Adam as much as you do. So,
hey, Adam and I both golf. We have a blast talking to each other and sending pictures of golf courses.
He's a good dude. So we are very lucky to have him as a recruiter here at Atlas. So
yeah, he's a great guy.
All right, thanks again, and we'll see you on the road.
All right, thanks, Rich.
Yep.